Good evening and welcome to tonight's TESPN broadcast of Prep League Boys Basketball as the Saints of St. Anne's Belfield from Charlottesville, Virginia come to Estes Athletic Center to battle the host Trinity Episcopal Titans. I am Rick Hamlin, joined here by class of 2026, Sean Hargan. Sean's first broadcast with TESPN, but Titan fans will, I'm sure, be familiar with his name from his work on our, 10-2, 9-2,
9-2
Prep League co-champion football team. And Sean, thrilled to be joined by you tonight. What are you expecting to see in this Prep League ball game here?
I'm expecting a tight matchup from the Saints and Titans. This Titans team is young, having two seniors on the roster, one dressed tonight, and none in the starting five.
Well, great start for Stab here with the opening tip play, and they go right in and get a quick 2 points. Not the start the Titans would have wanted. But, it's been, I guess, about since 2020, I think, since Trinity's beaten Stab. And obviously the calendar just flipped over to 2026, so it's been a long time. Stab has kind of been the dominant program in the Prep League for the last several years. But this Stab team, kind of a rebuild. They're 5-7 coming in, and they lost 3 All-League players, led by Prep League Player of the Year the last 2 years, Chance Mallory, or at least co-player of the year, playing well at UVA now. But Jaden Brown with a great pass there, and he has led this Saints team in the early going this season, and he was a key contributor on their Prep League championship team last year, and that bucket was scored by Jack Kelly off the nice pass from Brown. I think we're going to get a goaltending call here against St. Anne's, and that'll be the first points of the game for Trinity, credited to Jeremiah Robinson on the take. So 4-2 early on. Stabs had 2 possessions and 2 layups in this first minute of play. Thought that might have been a double dribble, but Brown gets away with it, and that's now 3 possessions and 3 layups for St. Anne's as they came out ready to play off the bus from Charlottesville. Keaton Gregory tried to save that after the miss by Jackson Rutley, but Keaton's foot stepped out of bounds. Sean, the thing that's really jumped out to me in the first minute at least is how fast Stab has played.
Yeah, they're going to have to slow down Brown coming down the court. He's moving the ball around well, not being ball hogged. And that's another layup for Stab.
Yeah, it's a nice left-handed finish by Axel Iturbe, and just over a minute into the game, 4 for 4 from the field from Stab. And I was a little worried the Titans might be a bit rusty. Didn't play in a holiday tournament, so they've only played really once in about 3 weeks. And at least the first 90 seconds or so here, they do look a bit rusty. Finally, a miss by Stab as Brown missed that 3, and Maddox Patrick, first stop of the game for the Titans. Rutley took it strong, but that ball got knocked out of bounds. Nice to see Iturbe and Brown help Rutley up. Some good sportsmanship there.
This young Titans team can't get flustered early, down 6. I think Blazer just has to stay true to his offense, allow his players to work in space, and one of his captains and leader of this team, Keaton Gregory, get boards and get down in the paint.
Good entry pass by Maddox Patrick, but Keaton couldn't quite handle it. And Stab just definitely looks more ready to play here in the early going. Still 30 minutes to go, but Trinity was, I just think a little rusty coming off. There's a first turnover of the game for Stab as Jaden Brown got called for a travel.
Much needed.
Yeah, so after those first 4 possessions all resulted in layups for Stab. Good to see the Titans get a couple of defensive stops here.
Good job breaking the press by this Trinity team.
Shot clock down to 10 for the first time today. I think that it's been this long of a possession, and Keaton Gregory draws the foul.
And he's going to the line to shoot too.
Yeah, Gregory will shoot 2. Good free throw shooter, the junior. He conducts himself a lot of times like a senior, one of the more mature young people in our community here. But Keaton, just a junior, but it's his third year starting at the varsity level. And I did talk to Stab head coach Marcus Dixon before the game. Coach Dixon has been an assistant for Stab for many years, but this is his first year as the head coach. And, you know, they did lose their 3 all-league players. I mentioned Chance Mallory. They also had Austin Williford and Bullet Coles, who are all now playing at the Division I level. So definitely a rebuild. Iturbe and Brown, the only guys back who got any minutes last year. But Coach Dixon has them improving. Just this past weekend, they played in a tournament in Charlottesville against all Charlottesville teams, beating Covenant and Charlottesville High School. And they also played 3 games in the prestigious Benedictine Capital City Classic, going 1-2. But Stab basically has played 5 games in the time since Trinity has played a single game. And I think that those holiday games are, you can see in this early going, serving Stab well. So there we had Keaton Gregory get the defensive rebound. He got fouled by Hayden Morris. After the whistle, Keaton definitely threw a little bit of an elbow. Tough for me to tell if he kind of pivoted into it or if it was a little bit of a cheap shot. I mean, I wouldn't expect Keaton to make a dirty play, but regardless, Morris definitely felt the elbow of Gregory. Stab put some press on, and it's kind of a sloppy turnover here by the Titans.
Just like we see in the college football playoff that's going on right now, not playing a game for an extended period of time can really hurt or help. It's up for debate. But
yeah, I think in the, as the game progresses, it could help the Titans be fresher. Like I said, Stab played 5 games in the last about 9 or 10 days, whereas Trinity hasn't really played since the Travis tournament in mid-December, other than 1 game in a showcase against Hermitage. And Morris hits a 3, and that's the largest lead of the game for St. Anne's. But will Stab maybe get a little fatigued from playing more games as it progresses, possibly. Maddox Patrick's shot is off the mark.
This Stab team also seems really well conditioned. Running the floor pretty fast, picking up the pace, but also picking up full court, all 94 feet.
Well, yeah, you got to give Stab credit. I mean, on that particular play, Morris missed the shot, but Shamar Curley just out-hustled everybody for the rebound. I mean, look to me like there were 3 Titans who could have potentially gotten there, but Curley just beat them all to the ball.
And junior number 3, Deuce Mason, checking into the game.
I think Deuce had a good season. He had 17 points up at the Sleepy Thompson tournament against a strong St. Stephen, St. Agnes team. Deuce is great with that ball pressure. You saw a little bit of that there. Now he switches. So he's a guy that, even though he's not starting, I think has been a key contributor. And obviously one of your teammates on the football team. It's a tough move by Brown. Is going to put him to the line. We don't have, I just want to apologize to our viewers, we don't have a producer, so I'm trying to do the scoreboard and the clock while also announcing, but the clock at times may be slightly off. Doing my best with it, but we are at 4:10 to go in the first quarter. And if you've just joined us, the St. Anne's Belfield Saints have come off the bus ready to play and have scored on almost every possession to take this early 13-4 lead.
Staying in the full court press.
Yeah, it's been pretty effective so far.
Although we may not seem as one of the leaders on this Trinity team, Deuce Mason definitely handles himself well, bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah, Maddox Patrick gets it taken from him by Curley. And Iturbe finds Henry Pate for the dunk. And 3:43 to go in quarter number 1. It's been all Stab so far, and I think with them coming in at 5-7, not the talent level we've seen from Stab in the last 4 or 5 years, really more than that. I mean, really for the last decade, they've been at or near the top of the prep league, and we talked about between these two programs, St. Anne's Belfield and Trinity Episcopal, one of these two schools has won Prep League in basketball every year since 2012. So both tradition-rich programs, and I think we expect a close game tonight and a good four-quarter battle. But in quarter number one,
it's been all stab.
Been all stab so far, and credit to them, no question. It's a pretty solid turnout of Trinity students, but they haven't had much to cheer about thus far. Kind of sitting on their hands. All right, Kane Winarski back into the game. And Coach Blazer with a much-needed timeout. And coming out of the timeout, and I mean, credit to Coach Blazer. He's done a great job all season, and really in his 5 years here of always having this come out of a timeout and get a really great look. And that was a beautiful pass from Colby Gibbs to Jackson Rutley, and then a good stop. Great pressure there by Gibbs as Colby, the sophomore, has provided a spark off the bench.
Definitely. Colby is one of those gritty, picks up the ball full court, and he gets the job done. He's definitely one of these guys who's going to be shining for this Trinity team in the near future and this season, for sure.
Yeah, you got to love how hard Colby Gibbs plays. His dad was a great player here and actually graduated as the leading scorer in school history. I think he's still third or fourth on that list, as Jeremiah Robinson does well to draw a foul on Curley. Also, Colby had two uncles that played here at Trinity Episcopal. His uncle Brett, class of 1996, part of the state championship team, starter on that team. And his other uncle Ryan Gibbs was class of 99, great player. And speaking of alums, have a little alumni event going on up here on the balcony, not too far from us. So great to see a lot of familiar faces back. You know, we love to say once a Titan, always a Titan. And with a lot of the college kids who are still home for the holidays, just really fun to see a lot of familiar faces here in the Estes Athletic Center. So Robinson hits two, and even with a frankly fairly poor start for the Titans, 4 for 4 from the free throw line has helped them stay in the touching distance in this game. Yeah, we're gonna get a legal screen this time called against Henry Pate, the 6'8" sophomore.
And that was big for the Titans. Much needed stop.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of that timeout, Sean, Titans go layup, stop, 2 free throws, stop. So it's basically been really perfect basketball since that 15-4 deficit. Not a very good pass there by Deuce Mason. It was well read by Morris to get the steal. Turbe, corner 3 is good. And the lead back to double digits. Isaiah Shelton's 3 is long, and Jaden Brown tracks down the rebound.
Good defense by Jeremiah Robinson.
Yeah, but the Titans just can't secure the loose ball, and that's kind of been the story of the first quarter. Feels like every loose ball has gone Stab's way. This time, Brown throws it right to Robinson. Strong take, and he's going to be headed back to the foul line. I love that play by Jeremiah Robinson to jump stop, come off 2 feet. At a minimum, you're going to get fouled, and ideally even fight through the contact for the and one. But, I mean, credit also to Hayden Morrison. If you're going to foul him hard enough that he doesn't get the shot up. And Morris did a good job of giving the hard foul and putting Robinson on the line for 2, where he hits the first.
Yeah, and I think being efficient from the free throw line is going to be another big role player in this game for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one that, I mean, we're over 6 minutes in. Trinity only has 2 field goals, but 5 for 5 from the line, again, has kept it in reasonable striking distance here. Although I guess we jinxed him a little bit as Robinson missed the second free throw.
Maddox patch with the tight defense. Shot clock down to 10.
And they're going to get a 3-second call against Stab. So both teams with a fair amount of turnovers, and I'm looking at Stab coach Marcus Dixon. That one just drove him crazy. I mean, a 3-second violation at this level, you don't really expect to see that. It's not a call you see very often, and it's kind of an unforced turnover for the Saints.
And the Trinity student section seems to be getting back in this.
Yeah, I mean, you need that. First league game of the year, home game. I mean, if you're here, well, first of all, I mean, I'm obviously a big sports fan, so in my opinion, every student should be here unless they have 3 tests tomorrow, which probably most people don't since we just got back from break. But if you are here, get up and cheer. Like, this is part of being in high school.
I mean, most of all, it's free.
And it's free, exactly. Great point. And that's not the case, you know, at most high schools in America. We get very fortunate that we get to be see these high-level high school basketball games free of charge here in the Prep League. Well, back to the free throw line. This has been the one bright spot in quarter number 1 for the Titans, has been the ability to get to the line and then convert on 6 of the 7 free throws so far. But, Sean, I don't know if you heard, but the whole 6-7 thing is over now. 2026, we're done with that. We're done with 6-7.
Colby Gibbs checked back into the game for the Titans.
I wonder if they'll throw some pressure on if he makes this free throw. And indeed, Gregory does make the free throw, and the Titans, well, Colby wanted to press. He was going to be a one-man press, but they end up calling him back. That is just too easy. I mean, how is your point guard able to just make one hesitation and get a dunk? It's not a good job on the ball screen, but also a very poor job in the help defense there by the Titans. Good. That's a great entry pass. And
a good take by Maddox Patrick.
Yeah, Maddox took it strong. Maybe a little bit of a break on that call. I know Hayden Morris thought he got all ball.
And Titans back to the line again.
Yeah, that's going to be the 3rd foul here in the first quarter on Morris. So Coach Dixon took a little bit of a risk, leave him in with 2, and he's now probably going to have to sit, I would imagine, for the rest of the half. And Hayden Morris has been one of the better players in this first quarter for Stab. So definitely unfortunate for him to have to exit this game. Both free throws missed by Maddox. Yeah, so I tried to criticize the officials. I didn't really think Maddox got fouled, fine, but that ball looked clearly to me out off a Stab, and
definitely
that's why Keaton Gregory had a very strong reaction. And now we're going to get away from the ball foul against the Titans. They're going to get it, I believe, on Deuce Mason holding the cutter as he came through the lane. It's just the 3rd team foul on Trinity, so no shooting. And now Deuce is going to take a seat, and Kevin Kronheim comes in for the first time today. Nice job by Jeremiah Robinson to get his hand on it. There's a chance to run for the Titans, but he passed it to a guy that wasn't open. Colby Gibbs, great effort. But that was a weird, nobody loves that long vertical pass more than I do, but Maddox Patrick passed it to Kevin, but Kevin was completely covered, so not too sure about that choice.
Yeah, and Colby Gibbs is definitely bringing a spark and honestly starting up the engine for this Titan team, not only on defense, but definitely on offense too.
Yeah, I love how hard he plays. Even right there, Colby gets involved and helps to create a turnover, and now Kronheim is going to get a chance to shoot free throws. As you think Colby Gibbs got a hand in there. I mean, we're still in the first quarter. I think Colby's deflected at least 3 or 4 passes or loose balls, and it's just leading to opportunities for the Titans.
Definitely disrupting this Saints offense that's been really strong early.
Trinity Episcopal with 12 points, and 8 of them are from the free throw line. As Kronheim looks to make it 9 and does. Shot clock is off, so Stab, if they wish, could hold for a final shot here in the first quarter with a 20-13 lead.
And it looks like they seem to be holding it.
Yeah, I think that's the smart play on the road. Brown does shoot it with about 6 seconds to go. Titans could maybe get one last shot. And Maddox gets off a desperation heave at the buzzer that came actually surprisingly close from where he shot that. But first quarter, our score at the end of one, St. Anne's Belfield 20, Trinity Episcopal 13. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back with second quarter action. All right, we're back as the second quarter is about to get underway. I'm thrilled to be joined here by Sean Horgan on his first TESPN broadcast. And Sean, your impressions of quarter number one?
This Titans team's definitely going to need to pick it up on offense. They can't survive off free throws only. They're going to have to get to the lane, get to the basket, and possibly work around the perimeter, because I've seen this Stab team's really picking on Keaton here, and they can see that he's a cornerstone of this offense.
Yeah, I don't know that Keaton even got a field goal attempt up in the first quarter, but he should get one here, and he is going to get fouled. So Keaton was able to get to the free throw line a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure that was his first shot attempt.
Yeah.
Which, if you get fouled, I mean, technically doesn't count as a shot attempt. So, but I like how coming out of that quarter break, Coach Blazer ran a play to get Keaton the ball, get it to him on the block.
Get him going.
That's definitely a really smart play to get him going. It's hard to imagine the Titans coming back from this deficit and winning without a big game from their leading scorer, Keaton Gregory. He does miss this free throw, though.
And I think Keaton could have had an easy 2 points there. It looked like Jeremiah was a little hesitant on the pass. I guess from what he's seen earlier in the game in the first quarter.
No, I think that's really good analysis, Sean. I think the pass was a little late getting there. And also, I don't know that Keaton needed to dribble, but maybe he drifted out just a little bit from the block because he had to wait on that pass. So he hits 1 of 2 from the line. Keaton comes in averaging 13.3 points per game to lead the Titans. He also is up around 9 rebounds per game.
And they're playing some tight defense here, and that's good defense by Kane, but a better shot.
Yeah, that's one thing, you know, sometimes in basketball you play good defense but get beat by better offense, and that was the case right there where Iturbe just rose up and shot over the freshman guard, Kane Winarski.
That just seems like a mental error by Jeremiah.
Yeah, that's a freshman turnover by Jeremiah. Good job by Curley, but Jeremiah has, for the most part, I think, been great this season and a huge bright spot. But he does occasionally have those freshman turnovers, and that was one of them right there. Keaton finally got a field goal attempt. It was a 3 that was no good. And now Maddox Patrick's going to get called for the foul. It's going to put Shamar Curley at the free throw line. And you mentioned off the top, but both of these teams are young. So Stab only has one senior on the roster, which is Axel Iturbe, number 30. And the Titans, you mentioned at the top, only have one senior in uniform, Kian Montgomery. And I love Kean, but he's not a guy that gets a lot of minutes. So, so really, you're only going to see, one senior out on the court today, and
that means this matchup can possibly look a lot like this next year.
Exactly. Yep.
And the Titans really need this one. And that's a
Maddox
great
Patrick
shot by Maddox.
for three. I believe that's the first three Trinity has made today. He's got Jeremiah Long, but he lost the ball. Did Jackson Rutley. Tough rebound by Keaton Gregory. That was one of the first times today I've seen a loose ball by any Titan besides Colby Gibbs that he comes up with. Good save by Robinson. I like this possession, getting a couple ball reversals and a three.
A great pass by Kane Wonarski, and the effort seems to be picking up by this Titan offense. Jeremiah Robinson hustling to save the ball there.
And Brown's going to go to the line, foul on Wonarski, but one thing that if you watch a lot of our broadcasts on TESPN, one of the big points of emphasis that I always talk about is ball reversals. And that possession, you had a couple good ball reversals. When you get that defense moving side to side, that's when you get those open looks like Rutley just got. Jaden Brown, I don't think I've mentioned this yet. I've mentioned a couple times Jaden Brown played big minutes last year on Stab's Prep League championship team. He's now a junior. This guy is averaging 26.3 points per game this year. I mean, in high school basketball, you're talking a 32-minute game. He's averaging almost a point a minute. If you were to project that out to like the NBA 48-minute game, he would be averaging close to 40 a game.
Yeah, definitely.
So Brown is having an incredible season, picking up for the absence.
That's another great shot by Rutley, giving this Titans offense some life, cutting the lead to 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's 3 straight possessions with 3 threes that have all gone down. And you can see maybe a little bit of that rust that we talked about early starting to wear off. And now a 5-second, or I guess Stab actually did call a timeout before the 5-second call. So Stab will maintain possession, but there's that man again, Colby Gibbs, ball pressure.
Definitely.
And it forces Stab to burn a timeout that, they may wish to have later in the game.
Hey, Ben.
Awesome. As I mentioned earlier, great to have a lot of alums back. Robbie Dunn. Caden Clark just came by to say hi. And then that tall gentleman, Sean, that you saw with the hat, that's Austin Stretch Williams, who was a great basketball player here
who you spoke about in sports media and broadcasting.
Yeah, so Stretch went on to play at Drexel for 4 years, and he was part of a couple Prep League championship teams. He was not on a state championship team, but he was on the team that got us to the state Final Four for the first time in about 15 years. He's the one that made the big block at Benedictine. I think I showed you all that video in sports broadcasting. Yeah. He's the one that blocked that shot. One of the most iconic plays in Titan basketball history. So great to have him back visiting on campus, and just all these alums. See Deuce Edwards down there playing football at Michigan State. And then up here in the balcony, you got alums from recent all the way to people older than me, believe it or not.
And Colby Gibbs and Jaden Brown squaring off again at the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean, Colby, just a sophomore who played JV basketball last year, and he's guarding the leading scorer in the Prep League and making it hard on him, although in that possession, Jaden got the better of him as he hit the 3 right in his face.
Yeah, it seems like a little miscommunication between Kane and Colby. Maybe a little inexperienced, but that's a great pass by Maddox.
It is a great pass by Maddox, but Jackson Rutley tried to adjust the shot. Great steal by Colby. I love that pass by Kane, and this time Jackson goes with the left and doesn't get it to go.
And this game's starting to definitely get gritty on both sides.
Stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Titan ball.
So Robinson in for Rutley.
Yeah, as soon as I saw Robinson get off the bench after Rutley missed those 2 layups, I was like, I'm pretty sure I knew who he's going in for here. They were both tough shots, but
yeah, definitely. Other than those 2 misses, Rutley's had a great game thus far.
Yeah, he hit the 2 threes back to back. That's a nice drop step by Keaton Gregory. Really good possession there, and
Travis Court seems to be coming to life here.
Yeah,
the Titans only down 6.
Students starting to get involved a little bit more, and I have a feeling, Sean, we're going to be in for a tight 4-quarter game.
Definitely.
That comes down to the wire.
And that's Titans ball.
So they've cut it to 6. Pretty much, well, not pretty much. Stab has led from wire to wire so far as they scored right off of the opening tip-off and haven't looked back since. Good D by Iturbe on Maddox Patrick. This possession a little bit discombobulated as that ball's kind of stuck on the left side. Maddox with a tough shot blocked. Yeah, you know, that possession just never had any flow to it.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you miss a shot, other teams able to get out in transition, definitely. And all of a sudden that lead quickly back to 9.
And that's a great shot by Curley, knowing the situation, coming down the court and letting it fly. That's Jeremiah a great Robinson. Take and great effort by Jeremiah Robinson.
You know, also speaking of alums, his older brother Isaiah Robinson, we talked to him right before the game started, who had a good football season at the University of Virginia. Jaden Brown shot that almost from the University of Virginia, deep 3. Good take by Robinson, but a little strong on the layup.
And the Saints are just running the floor right now.
Long 2, banked in. I don't think he meant to bank it. Jeremiah Robinson's 3 misses.
And that's great effort by Colby Gibbs getting back to the ball. Unfortunate slide down the court there, though.
Yeah, I had thought that was going to go out on Stab, and if Colby let it go, it would have been Titan ball. It looked like from up here, but he must have felt like he got the last touch on it, so he dove to try and save it.
And that's when going a million miles an hour can almost hurt you at times, but a coach definitely loves that in the player. And Colby running back down the floor, and a nice layup.
Keaton Gregory got a hand in on that, and Colby Gibbs, it's just he's so fast the way he flies around the court.
Almost like lightning in a bottle for this Titans offense.
No, I like that. Oh, that's a good look by Curley. Pate couldn't quite handle it, but Iturbe with that 3. So the ball, it fell to Curley for the layup, but I think we're going to get a foul before that. I've yet to actually see the official signal on this one as the refs talk it over.
Yeah, this Stab team's crashing the board after every shot, getting offensive rebounds, and that's something this Titan team can definitely add to their offense. And it's clearly helping Saints up 10.
So the call is no basket, but they're going to get a foul on Colby Gibbs fighting for the rebound. And now we see Griff Kerr come in for the first time today as Keaton Gregory gets a quick break.
1:35 left to go in the second.
And just like that, Colby picks up a second foul in the course of about 4 seconds. He got a little unlucky on that one. I mean, he did put 2 hands on him, but I think Jaden Brown just slipped. I'm not sure that the contact was more than incidental. Still not in the bonus for St. Anne's. And
Kane Wynarski checking back in for
Colby.
Colby.
I think they may have just changed the call to be against Griff Kerr, I think. Good rebound by Jackson Rutley, and he goes long to Deuce Mason. It's a heck of a block by Nafis Summers, but it will remain Titan ball.
Yeah, and that's great hustle by number 4 from the Saints. I mean, that's a momentum changing play right there that halts the Titans offense right in its tracks.
Yeah, but I love that long pass by Rutley, getting that rebound, looking up and hitting. I mean, as you know, Deuce, a great wide receiver, is used to catching those fly patterns. I love the inbounds play.
And I think if that's somebody bigger catching that pass other than Deuce Mason, no disrespect to him, but a possible foul could have been drawn there.
Yeah, I agree. Good step back, but the shot is way off by Charlie Smith. Last minute of the half here, Maddox put that low around Keaton's feet. I mean, a big guy like Keaton wants it up high. More good hustle plays by St. Anne's. Brown missed the layup. This time Keaton grabs it. We got a chance to run here. 3-on-2. Kane Winarski's three is good. Big three by Kane. I believe that's the first shot he's taken today that I can remember.
Shot clock still going. Saints are going to have to take a shot here.
Yeah, just a couple second differential.
And the Titans have, this game's been back and forth, but the Saints have still kept the lead here.
Yeah, the lead's been pretty much anywhere from 5 to 12. This is about as close as it's been, though. Be great for Trinity to get a stop here before half. Shot clock at 2. And
that's a good
Titans
stop.
Could get one last shot.
Oh, that's close.
Rudley's shot was close, does not go. So, pretty entertaining first half, and the score at halftime, St. Anne's Belfield 39, Trinity Episcopal 34. Before we step away for a quick halftime break, Sean, your general thoughts on the first half?
This Saints offense definitely running the floor, and honestly, I think out-hustling the Trinity team here. And I think that's something Coach Blazer's going to have to talk about in the locker room and, mention to the guys.
Yeah, I do think that Stab played just that little bit harder, and they deserve to be ahead right now. But still just a 2-possession game, and that 5-point margin is about as close as we've seen it really since the early going. So Titans still right in it. Should be a very entertaining second half. We're looking forward to bringing you that second half. So we are going to take about an 8-minute break, but we will be back with second half action. Definitely stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Rick Hamlin here with Sean Hargan as we start off the third quarter of this Prep League opener for both St. Anne's and Trinity Episcopal. Stab has led the whole way, but unlike the first half where Stab scored on their first 4 possessions, Titans begin the second half with a stop.
Great stop.
Yeah, good contest. So we also saw there Hayden Morris, number 3, back in the game for Stab. He picked up 3 fouls in the first quarter, so we didn't see him at all in the second quarter.
Yeah, he's going to have to be less aggressive on defense. You know, if he's a big piece of this team, and if he fouls out, that wouldn't be ideal. And that's a great rebound by Colby Gibbs.
Yeah, great offensive rebound by Colby. Tough 3 by Keaton Gregory. I mean, you can't really block that. I mean, he's 6'9". He's going to get that shot off. It's just a matter of defensively, you got to just hope he misses. Sean, this is the closest it's been since it was 4-2. Now can the Titans get a stop? They can. Colby Gibbs tracks down yet another loose ball. But even though he maybe doesn't have a lot of points, you'd have to say I think Colby's been
definitely influential in this game.
Most influential player for Trinity, I think.
Definitely.
He's gotten his hands on so many loose balls. He's got steals. He's got rebounds. He's got assists. I only remember him scoring 2 points, but I just feel like he's had the most energy on this first game of the new year. Again, we mentioned early, but I know folks might have joined us late, that Trinity's only played once in the last 3 weeks, and they looked rusty in the first half. St. Anne's, conversely, has played 5 games in the last 9 or 10 days, including 2 pretty high-level tournaments. They won the Charlottesville Invitational this past weekend with wins over Covenant and Charlottesville High School.
And they placed high in the BCCC.
Yeah, they beat
which was just
they beat St. Paul's out of Maryland before losing to St. Christopher's, who appears to be the favorite in the Prep League in this early going. Big three-pointer there as Trinity got the closest they've been the whole game, cut it to 1, but Shamir Curley, with a big 3 off the dribble. Colby, not a great three-point shooter, but he takes baseline. If I'm Coach Marcus Dixon from Stab, I'm not too happy about that. You got to know your personnel defensively, and Colby can shoot it, but he would much rather drive, and they closed out and let him get by at baseline side. Tough take by Morris, but he throws it up left-handed. And for the first time tonight, the Titans have a chance
to tie the game.
To tie or potentially even take the lead if they could hit a 3. Oh, what a catch by Colby, but he got blocked by the rim. Good effort by Keaton Gregory, and we are tied. So Trinity's been behind by as much as 12 points in the first half, but come back to tie it.
Seems to be lighting up here.
Yep.
The crowd has only gotten bigger.
The crowd's gotten bigger. The crowd's gotten more vocal. I'm going to, for a second time tonight, apologize that we don't have a producer, so the clock at times might be a little bit off, so I was slow to start it there. But we got 5.5 to go in the third quarter, a tie ball game. It's a great crowd here at SS Athletic Center. Good student section, bunch of alums, a lot of college kids home, and we got a heck of a Prep League ball game. Shot clock's going to be down to 12 here for Stab after Keaton Gregory knocked that one away. Brown will trigger it in from the sideline. Shot clock at 10. Another steal by Colby Gibbs.
And he's flying down the court. Like I mentioned before, he's like lightning in a bottle for this Trinity offense and defense.
Maddox Patrick's 3 would have given Trinity the lead, but I didn't like that shot. I just thought it was out of rhythm by Maddox.
Little early.
That is in rhythm by Brown, and he hits. Yeah, early in the shot clock. Just felt a little bit forced. And Trinity continues to have not led tonight. Going to get an illegal screen on Maddox Patrick. 4:40 to go here in the third. And Patrick's going to be subbed out. Kane Winarski checks in. Good backdoor play, but Curley missed the layup.
And I think the Titans catch a break there. That was a great pass.
Kane Winarski's three, no good. We're going to get a held ball. The possession error will keep it with the Titans. And I looked down for a second, but I'm just going to guess it was probably Colby Gibbs.
Definitely, yeah, it was.
Seems like pretty much when anything good happens in terms of a hustle play tonight, it's almost always been Colby.
And he may not be the oldest player on this team, but he, the older guys, definitely the juniors, can learn something from him.
Yeah, and I think they respect him. I mean, you always respect your teammates that play hard, don't you?
Yeah.
Great inbounds play gets Jackson Rutley a wide open look.
Oh.
And while it did ultimately go in, it's not going to count because that one hit the shot clock. So they wave it off, which I think was the correct call, even though Titans students didn't like it. Curley's drive is blocked by Keaton Gregory. Rebound by Isaiah Shelton. Tough take. Jeremiah Robinson. And one. Sweet coast to coast by Jeremiah Robinson there.
Built just like his brother. You know, maybe not the same sport, but he definitely has some of the same traits as his brother Isaiah. Long strides, long arms, able to get up and get to the rim.
And we're tied again. Free throw is good by Jeremiah Robinson. He's not going to get a break, and Deuce Mason checks in, which is definitely a change of pace.
Yeah.
Deuce much shorter, but really quick.
I feel like that's an interesting sub from Coach Blazer, but you know, got to trust what he does.
Yes, Titans have three starters out now, but I think, you know, probably feeling like these guys aren't going to be able to go the whole distance and get them a little bit of a rest here in this mid-third quarter. But Gibbs, Patrick, and Robinson all getting a break.
Maybe Blazer trying to draw some fouls here from this Stab team who got in foul trouble pretty early on in this game.
Great D by Jackson Rutley. It's a 2-on-1. He's going to keep it. Shot is blocked, but Deuce Mason comes up with it. And one by Keaton Gregory. He is fired up. And you know what I loved about that play, Sean, is Jackson Rutley took it strong. Okay, he got a shot blocked, fine. But still, it was the right play, and the hustle by Deuce Mason kept the possession alive. In the first half, twice we saw Jackson Rutley avoid contact and miss a layup that then Stab rebounded. But by going strong, even though it got blocked, it still results in 2 points and a chance for three by the Titans. So credit to Deuce for the hustle, Keaton for the and one, but Jackson for getting it all started.
And Rutley's not a small body either. I mean, he's a pretty large person on this team, and he's learning how to use his body to his advantage here.
Timeout Stab. That's the second one they've called today. Sean saying Jackson Rutley's a pretty large guy. I mean, Sean is an offensive lineman for our football team. What do you come in at, Sean?
300, 6'4".
6'4", 300. So Sean knows about what big dudes look like, that 6'4", 300 over here. Let me ask you, your first time doing one of these broadcasts, how you enjoying it?
I mean, it's awesome. You know, it's a great game, been back and forth the whole night so far. Titans just got their first lead off of a hustle play, and, you know, better than broadcasting a blowout game, for sure.
That's a great point. I mean, having done some blowouts, it's a lot more fun when it's a close one. That's no doubt about that, Sean. All right, Stab puts it back in play. 3-point lead for the Titans, which is the largest Trinity lead of the night, believe it or not. And Keaton Gregory gets hit for a foul there as he tried to intercept the pass, but kind of went through the defender. So not the kind of foul Keaton wants to get.
Not ideal, but he definitely knew it was a foul as soon as the whistle was blown. You could see his reaction.
So that's 2 on Keaton. 3rd team foul here in the 3rd quarter. Good defense by Deuce and Keaton to get the ball out of Jaden Brown's hands, and the shot clock is down to 7. Back to Jaden Brown now. Shot clock at 4. He pulls a deep 3. Air ball.
Yeah.
That may have been the defensive possession of the night for the Titans.
Yeah, definitely. Stopping their initial play, making them reset late in the shot clock, and Brown almost trying to make a hero play there.
Good hesitation by Kane Winarski. Out to Rutley. His 3 off the front iron. Good hustle by Isaiah Shelton. Freshman to freshman there as Shelton got the rebound, the 9th grader, and then passes to his fellow 9th grader, Kane Winarski, who dumps it to Keaton Gregory, and Keaton's going back to the free throw line where he spent a lot of time today. Titans just playing with a lot better energy.
A lot more effort, too.
And not to toot our own horn, but I do think both you and I, Sean, talked about early that rustiness of only playing 1 game in 3+ weeks. Titans just look sluggish and sloppy. I mean, practice, you just can't quite simulate that game speed. But now they've readjusted and are playing much better basketball after trailing by as many as 12 points in the first half.
And on that offensive rebound by the Titans, it was almost lackadaisical by the Stab defense trying to get back, grab the board, allowing Rutley to come from the other side of the paint across. It's almost a 3-point line to grab the rebound.
Yeah, and we talked about how Colby Gibbs has made all the hustle plays today, but here in the 3rd quarter, we've seen Deuce Mason make hustle plays. We saw Jackson Rutley make a hustle play. We've seen Kane Winarski make a hustle play. Isaiah Shelton as well getting that offensive rebound. So that effort that Colby kind of has sustained is starting to spread through the rest of the roster.
Definitely starting to rub off.
Looks like for the 2nd time tonight, Deuce Mason's going to get called for an off-ball foul. That's not something you see a ton in basketball, is those fouls on, holding cutters.
Yeah.
But Deuce has gotten tagged for that twice, so that's something, he's going to need to adjust how they're calling this ball game.
Yeah. And he was having trouble fighting through the screen there, and he got a little handsy, and that's definitely what drew the foul.
Well, big guys, as we discussed earlier, but I kind of know little guys. And sometimes as a little guy, you feel like you can get away with that because you're just smaller and, you get away with a little more contact because you're not going to knock a guy off the ball. But that's almost Deuce becoming too strong where he's starting to impact it. And I do want to give credit to Morris, who got a good, tough bucket there for Stab to cut it back to 3. It's a good look by Jeremiah Robinson, but he overshot the pass to Keaton Gregory.
Just a little out of reach for Keaton.
But I love Keaton's leadership. He gives Jeremiah a thumbs up and a fist pound on his way back down the court to, basically say, hey, you're good, dude.
Yeah.
Good look. We got this.
Definitely a strong leader in not only the Trinity community, but definitely on the court, too.
For sure. Great D by Deuce. Tough pull-up by Jaden Brown, but Jaden Brown is that guy. He can score in so many different ways. We've seen him hit threes. We've seen him get to the rim. We've seen him pull up like he does there. He has a lot of weapons in his arsenal. Speaking of, I love that hesitation by Keaton, and they're going to give him an and one. Maybe a little bit of a NBA-style continuation there. And Coach Marcus Dixon of Stab
does not like that.
Does not like. I don't blame him. I thought that was not. I thought the foul should have been on the floor, but the official explained to him that he saw it as being in his shooting motion. I like how the official's taking the time to explain it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure. I think you might be able to see that just on the bottom of your screen toward the left. The official went over to Coach Dixon, heard him out, explain what he saw in the play. Just as a coach, that's all you're asking for. Just talk to me. But great job by Keaton for another and one. That's the third and one this quarter by the Titans. Two by Keaton Gregory, as well as the one by Jeremiah Robinson.
Another
this time,
tough take by Brown.
Yeah, Brown misses.
He was looking for a foul there. Great pass by Deuce, and Colby Gibbs going back to the line.
The energy that Trinity is playing with, it's night and day from the first quarter or so.
And I feel like a part of that's definitely Colby Gibbs. The spark he brought in coming off the bench was almost contagious to this Trinity offense and Trinity team, and even the whole gym.
Completely agree with you, Sean. Colby's free throw well off the mark. He'll shoot one more. Keaton Gregory is going to get a quick break. We don't see Keaton come out very often. Griff Kerr comes in for him. Colby missed them both. Griff Kerr got the rebound, and he's going to go to the line. That's yet another hustle play here in quarter number 3. And in the first quarter, Stab played harder. I think we said that actually at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Second quarter, it was more even. This third quarter, Trinity has played harder.
Yeah, and it's almost like the roles have reversed. Jaden Brown definitely playing the hardest for this Stab team, but it seems like some of his teammates are either letting the pressure get to him, the long bus ride, something.
Yeah, and just the Titans bringing it. Great free throws by Griff Kerr. I mean, you can't ask for much more. Kid comes off the bench, gets an offensive rebound in traffic, draws the foul, and knocks down 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Colby Gibbs picking it up full court.
Yeah.
Gets an unlucky foul there, but
Colby just he plays so hard, and I do think that time you gotta kind of know time and score. You've got the momentum. You're fouling a guy. You're in the bonus too. Like that foul happens not in the bonus. I don't mind it as much.
Yeah.
But when you're now Curley's going to get to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws,
and he's been an efficient free throw shooter thus far in this game.
Yeah. So as much as we've praised Colby all night, and deservedly so, that was a little bit of a, I don't want to say a rookie mistake, but as he's a sophomore, but just a little over exuberant. And now he's also going to have to spend some time on the bench. And I think Coach Blazer is saying to him exactly what we were just talking about, that, look, man, we can't give them essentially 2 free points at a time when the Titans have all the momentum as well.
Titans still lead by 4 here, with a chance to extend this lead even more before the third quarter ends.
Yeah, so the quarter's down to just about 30 seconds to go. Sorry, again, the clock just a little bit off. Jump ball possession will go to Stab. And
that seems to be one of those rookie mistakes we talked about from this young Titans team.
Yeah. Shot clock is off, so Stab could, they wanted to hold for the last shot,
which we saw them do in the first quarter, which almost helped them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brown does take the shot with about 15 seconds left, so they didn't hold for one. We got another jump ball. This time it'll be Titan ball.
And now the Titans have a chance to get the last shot in. And it seems like most of the starters are subbing back in for this Titans team, and they're looking to get a last shot. And this will definitely turn the momentum for them, which they already have.
All right, last chance here in quarter number 3 for Trinity. Maddox Patrick has it stolen, and 2-1, Brown scores it at the buzzer. That's a really back-breaking turnover, and
definitely.
because of that hell ball possession error that we just had, Stab's going to get it to start the fourth quarter as well. Overall, great quarter for the Titans, but pretty disappointing finish as Stab got the last 4 points off of not a very good foul and then a turnover that leads to a layup.
Yeah, and like we've said from the beginning, this game's going to be tight-knit all the way down to the end. Trinity only leading by 2.
All right, so Sean, as we get ready for this fourth quarter of play in this tight ball game. Again, we talked about the Prep League opener for both teams. Two teams that have, two programs that have won every Prep League title since 2012. And both want to start this season off 1-0 in the league, knowing particularly that St. Christopher's is sort of the favorite in the early going. And you want to basically stay within striking distance of a really strong St. Christopher's team. What do you think?
We play next week?
Next Friday, I think. What do you think the key is to basically win this ball game here in the fourth quarter?
Definitely keep doing what they're doing on defense, limiting Brown. You know, he's not trying to play hero ball, but he's definitely trying to make up for some of the lacks in the third. And, you know, keep hustling for these offensive rebounds, getting second chances when the Titans offense misses.
Yeah, so it will, as we mentioned, be stab ball to start the quarter. Colby Gibbs is out with the 3 fouls. So Kane Winarski is in there starting this fourth quarter along with the other 4 normal starters, Rutley, Patrick, Gregory, and Robinson. And I believe St. Anne's has their starting 5 in as well to begin this quarter. Hayden Morris had 3 fouls in the first 6 minutes, but he's not picked up that 4th foul. Done a good job. And Curley with another tough bucket, and that's now 6 points in a row for Stab. And we are tied again. Rutley for 3 from the corner, in and out.
Barely misses.
And hustle play by both teams, but they're going to end up getting a foul on Jackson Rutley. And Sean, hate it for Jackson. He's the one that took. I'm not saying it was a bad call, but he took the shot as he stuck his head in there for the rebound. Yeah. He took a shoulder right to the head, and his head snapped back. That was a tough-looking hit that he took, and he's going to get called for the foul.
That 3 narrowly off, but
yeah, just Stab hits him with a backdoor cut to now make it an 8-0 run for St. Anne's as Jaden Brown got loose for the dunk. Jeremiah Robinson stepped out of bounds. I've watched a lot of basketball for a long time, and every time a kid steps out of bounds on the baseline, it always mystifies me.
Yeah.
Like, you know it's there.
It's almost demoralizing, too. It's like a simple mistake that happens so often, and we've seen it multiple times from this Titans offense.
Another wide open layup for Stab, and that's now a 10-0 run. Timeout, Trinity. And just when it looked like the Titans had seized the momentum, Stab, to their credit, has really outplayed Trinity the last minute or so of the third and here for this first minute and a half of the fourth quarter.
Only down by 4, though. Still in striking distance to take this lead and win this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a good timeout there. Had to call that one. Colby Gibbs is going to come back in the game, and I think, you know, we don't have advanced stats in front of us in terms of, like, you know, the plus minus, but I have to think when Colby's been on the court has been when things have been the best for Trinity.
Definitely, yeah. And it's noticeable, too.
And perhaps put in a different way, when Colby's been out of the game is when the Titans have struggled, just because he is like the ultimate glue guy, getting his hands on loose balls, getting offensive rebounds, sprinting up and down the court, diving for loose balls. And they missed his energy when he's been out since he picked up that third foul with, I think it was 41 seconds to go in the third quarter.
If I'm Coach Blazer here, I'm telling Colby, you know, not to try and pick up another foul, keep playing hard, but, you know, be conscious of what you're doing and be intentional of how you're playing.
And Colby, on last year's JV team, undefeated JV team, I might add, was one of the definitely 2 or 3 best players, but he did frequently find himself in foul trouble. And some of that's just because he plays so hard, but
Definitely.
he kind of only has fifth gear. So you're not going to see him, I think, pull back. And that's why he sometimes gets those fouls. It's just out of that extra effort. But you got to be smart as well.
And this Stab team is picking up full court, trying to keep this momentum on their side.
Kane Winarski takes it strong. No call. Maddox Patrick got the rebound, but his shot was blocked.
Shot clock down to 15. St. Team's going to have to find something here.
Brown pull up mid-range. Good. "12 in a row scored by Stab."
Yeah, this Titans offense is going to have to find something here and find it now.
And Stab has gone zone here. 3-2 zone, which has Trinity a little bit
Flustered.
confounded. Yeah, flustered is a good word for it, Sean. Your English teacher would be proud of that vocab. Flustered is a very good description of. Now that kickball is going to put the shot clock, which is down to 8, back up to 20 seconds for the Titans, which I think is good because they weren't close to getting a look against this zone.
Yeah, giving them a second life almost.
Yeah, now they've sort of gone into more of a zone set. They got Maddox in the high post. Jackson Rutley, not a clean catch there. 5. He had Colby, but wow. That's a fortunate call for Trinity as Jackson Rutley took it in strong. They're going to call a block against Stab.
That call could have gone either way, in my opinion, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. So number 12, Jack Kelly, picks up his second foul. And I do think the block charge call is maybe the hardest call for referees to make in basketball. It's just such a bang-bang play at real speed. Rutley hits the free throw to break the 12-0 stab run. Jeremiah Robinson back in. Kane Winarski out. Rutley hits them both. Cuts it to 4.
Don't be surprised if the Stab team tries to go back to Brown but doesn't. He's almost been a lifeline for this Stab offense.
Titans look to run. And they're going to call Keaton Gregory for a travel. About 4.5 minutes to go. Stab with a 4-point lead and the ball. And we've got a double foul. That call is going to be against Keaton Gregory and Jaden Brown. I believe that's the third foul on each of them. I don't ever understand the double foul. Like, someone had to foul first, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a football guy. I guess it's kind of like when they have offsetting, like, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties when 2 guys get into it, but someone had to do it first.
Yeah.
And that's each team's leading scorer picking up a third foul. Tough shot by Brown there.
And the ball stays with this Stab team.
Yeah. Jeremiah Robinson, I mean, that was a... Jaden Brown's a great shooter. That was a weirdly long air ball. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if
definitely.
I think maybe he was just trying to draw a foul and kind of threw it up there.
Yeah.
And it came at Jeremiah so fast he couldn't hold on to
Yeah.
it. Big Bro probably could have held on to it. Division I wide receiver. 4:25 to go. Officials having a bit of a discussion here. Not totally sure what that was about, but we're going to play ball. 13 on the shot clock. Lob to Jaden Brown. That's going to be 4 fouls on Colby Gibbs as he kind of held Jaden Brown down there.
And he's about to get subbed out here.
Yeah, and you know, Colby had 0 fouls at halftime, right? I mean, he picked up those 2 right in a row really quick in the early third quarter.
Within 4 seconds.
Within 4 seconds, that's exactly right. Then he picked up that third foul, reaching in at midcourt. And now the 4th foul with 4:25 to go. Clock never started there. So timeout, Stab. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. They'll have 2 timeouts left.
And this is a big possession for both teams. You know, if Stab sinks a 3, it makes the lead 6. But if Titans get a stop, you know, still a 2-possession game, but they're within striking distance for sure.
Yeah, this is where in each respective huddle, like if I'm in the Stab huddle, I'm drawing up my very best inbounds play and telling these guys a bucket here takes that lead to 6 or even 7 with a 3, and we're in a great position. If I'm in the Trinity huddle, this is a must stop. We've got to get a stop here. This possession feels like it's been going on for quite a while. There have been several fouls, loose balls. I don't know. It feels like a long time that Stab's had the ball.
Yeah, and Deuce Mason checking back in to keep up with Jaden Brown.
They throw him another lob. Jaden comes down with it. Missed the layup.
And great stop from the Trinity defense.
Yeah, really. Oh, a good rebound by Keaton Gregory, but then he had it stolen away as he passed to Jeremiah Robinson. It was anticipated and stolen by Curley, and Curley got it to Brown for the layup. Maddox Patrick out to Keaton. Keaton's shot was off the mark, and then a foul on Maddox. It's the 4th team foul, so they won't shoot on this one, but going forward, Stab will shoot on all Trinity fouls. It was a strong move by Keaton, but shot kind of got away from him a little bit there. More good defense from Trinity. And the Titans look to run. That's got to be a charge. No call, and now Maddox turns it over. He barreled into number 12. Jack Kelly. Kelly at the other end with a shot. No, Deuce Mason rebounds. Chance to run. Deuce is going to go ahead and pull it out. No, he's going to shoot a 3. No good. Not sure that's the shot you wanted.
Early in the shot clock, you know, not getting into your offense.
Yeah, it wasn't really in rhythm. Kind of dribbled around and was just, that was one of those shots, I call it an afterthought. I mean, whenever you're shooting as an afterthought, your percentage is not usually very high.
This Stab offense slowing it down a little bit, shot clock at 5.
Kelly's 3 is good. And Stab is, they were down as much as I think 6 points in the late third quarter, now are back up to a 9-point lead. And the Titans just really struggled to score here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah. But there's, fortunately for the Titans, there's still time on the clock, you know, still time to make something happen. If I'm Coach Blazer, I'm just telling my guys to stay in it and, you know, keep doing what they do.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Titans in the St. Michael, the Archangel game a few weeks back here trail by about this margin, somewhere around 6 to 8 points with about 3 minutes left. They came all the way back and took a 1-point lead before ultimately falling short by 1 point in a really exciting game where Maddox Patrick's shot at the rim, at the buzzer, rimmed in and out. But definitely, I think a good timeout by Coach Blazer for a couple of reasons. You got to reset the team, remind them that there's still plenty of time to get back in this game. You need to get a great shot on this possession. And I also think there was a little bit of fatigue setting in. I mean, I was watching Keaton Gregory moving up and down the court. He looked winded. He looked tired. So I think that was a really good full timeout. But you got to get something here pretty quick. And this zone continues to fluster the Titans a little bit. That's a good job. Nice block, though, by Kelly. Maddox Patrick.
And that's a good pass.
Winarski for 2.
And that's a great bucket by Winarski. You know, getting the Titans back going and back running on offense.
Yeah, and I like that Maddox didn't force a shot there. Jaden Brown going to take his time. He's going to draw a foul. And all 4 of his teammates sprinted over to help him up. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. But I like seeing that kind of a play. Like, you know, your best players on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, they like raced over to help their teammate up. That just to me shows a togetherness that you want in your ball club.
And like you mentioned before, Stab now in the bonus, allowing them to shoot free throws.
Well, and I think Brown's an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty sure he's 7 for 7 on the game, and obviously you can see in his stroke he's one of the best shooters in the state.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not the guy you want to put on the line. And he makes them both back up to 9. Isaiah Shelton has checked in. Shelton's a kid that is definitely a capable three-point shooter for the Titans. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Morris, way away from the basket. It's not the bonus, or actually it might be his 5th foul. Looks like it is 5 on Morris. He's telling Coach, I'm good, but you don't have 4, you're at 5. He's saying it's 4, but the book has him for 5, so.
I think that might have been his 5th foul. And I like this leadership by Keaton Gregory getting the team together.
Yeah, me too. Now they're going to head over to the bench.
Still within striking distance. Hasn't gotten up to a double-digit lead. Still down 9, but if they're going to make something happen, it's going to have to happen quick.
Absolutely, Sean. And it, to me, looks like we've got a discrepancy where the home book has him for 5 fouls, which is the official book.
Yeah.
The Stab scorekeeper is saying it's only 4.
And it looks like Stab's going back to the iPad to check, too.
Yeah, they've got somebody tracking the stats with an iPad. This is why you have a visiting book, to make sure that it's correct. But that's also the kind of thing, though, that, I mean, after every foul, really the 2 scorekeepers should be confirming with each other who the call was against. Regardless, it wasn't, even if it was his 4th, it was not a very good foul by Morris, who's a good player, and he's had a good game, but, like, he's reaching in 80 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
And it almost looked like he fouled him on purpose. It was so, like...
Yeah, looked into it.
Yeah. I was like, I know Stab has fouls to give. Maybe they just wanted to, like, slow things down, but you don't give it with a guy who already has 3 or 4 fouls. But I'm pretty sure Morris is done. And you know what I'm guessing? This is pure speculation on my part. But when there was that double foul on Keaton, and we thought it was Jaden Brown.
It could have been on him.
But they may have called it on Morris.
Because he was over there in that area.
He was in that area, too. My guess is that, and we thought it was on Brown. I think the Stab scorekeeper probably did, but the official book maybe got it on Morris, which would be my theory of why there's a discrepancy. But he is done. After all that, it'll be Titan ball, down 9 with just under 2 minutes to go. And you would say this is pretty much a must-score
do or die here
possession. You got 3 freshmen on the court. And this zone, though, I think it's a good look for Stab. It just slows Trinity down. I mean, it's already forced 20 seconds off the shot clock at a point in the game. Trinity can't really afford that. Keaton hits a three.
Shot by Keaton Gregory.
And
timeout by Blazer.
Taking that much time, you had to score.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like as that ball was about to be shot by Keaton Gregory, I'm thinking to myself, if this doesn't fall, this thing's just about done for me. If Stab gets a rebound and gets a stop. But now, those 3 points make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
Titans get to call a timeout, probably put in a little bit more defensive lineup, set their press. I think you're going to see Colby Gibbs come back in. I think you're going to see probably Maddox Patrick come back in.
I wouldn't be surprised if Deuce Mason comes back in either. He's been the guy they've been calling on to keep up with Jaden Brown, who's quick, elusive, getting around the court pretty fast. And from his football experience, Deuce Mason can definitely keep up with him.
Yeah, he's really quick. He's also really good at track.
Yeah. And it looked like one of the assistant coaches was calling for Deuce, and now he's checking in.
Yeah, good call by you, Sean.
And he's going right to Jaden Brown.
And, it almost looked like could have been stolen. It is a steal by your man, Deuce Mason. Jackson Rutley thought about a three, doesn't take it. Jeremiah Robinson will take it. And hit!
Good.
And that 9-point lead is down to 3.
And they are flustering this Stab team right now. They finally broke the press, but
they drop it. It's more flustering.
Another turnover.
This is a huge call, and I'm gonna say I think it's a very fortunate call for Stab. So what they're gonna say is Brown had it, and Stab called a timeout. For me, that looked like a jump ball
all day.
I did not think he had clear possession. Smart play by Brown and by Coach Dixon, but I think Stab really caught a break there.
Yeah, definitely. Titans cut it within 3, and like we said, they made it happen quick. And a minute on the clock, this can go either way here.
Yeah, I mean, 2 clutch shots in a row. Keaton Gregory hits from the left corner. Jeremiah Robinson hits from the right corner. And in between, a steal by Deuce Mason, with Jeremiah Robinson also part of that double team as well. So just when hope was looking slim for the Titans, they're right back in it here.
Yeah.
They get a stop, and you don't even need a 3. I mean, you're down 3, but if you can get a stop in this next 20 seconds is on the shot clock,
go to the rim.
You can go to the rim.
Yeah,
look to cut it to 1. And I still think, we know Jaden Brown's a great free throw shooter. I would not want to put him on the line. But I know Curley's hit a few, but it's a little different when you're in the last minute of a tight game. So if I'm Trinity, I would look to steal. And if you happen to foul anybody that's not Jaden Brown, I think you're okay with that too.
You got to almost assume here the ball's going to him.
So our clock got a little off again, and it's my bad, but it's 1:06 is the official time. I think I forgot to stop it or start it or something, but 1:06 to go. 3-point Stab lead.
Deuce Mason staying in the game, but not on Jaden Brown, which is
they got Gibbs back on Brown. Gibbs does have 4 fouls. Stab can be really patient here with this 3-point lead.
Gibbs staying patient too, which is something we haven't seen yet. And then here comes the
switch by Deuce.
And that's great
Shot
defense.
Is no good. Shot clock went off, but I mean, it definitely hit the rim, which is a reset, and that loose ball pickup by Stab is huge in this game.
Yeah.
You thought you had the stop you wanted. Their best player misses the shot, but great hustle by Stab to get the rebound. Shot clock now at 5. Brown with a left-handed bank shot. Huge shot by Jaden Brown. And that's 22 seconds left. It's not over, but man, that loose ball that I think it was Jack Kelly that came up with after Brown missed the jumper.
That's one of those hustle plays that's been keeping this Stab team in it all day.
Yeah, I would phrase it like this, Sean. Not all stats are created equal. Yeah. Not every rebound is equally important. Not every free throw is equally important. And that was a rebound that could be the difference in who wins and who loses in this Prep League opener.
And to your point, not all stats are even tracked. I mean, those hustle plays, they still go down as rebounds and steals, but they certainly mean a lot more.
Stab did, after making that basket, use their last timeout. Trinity has 1 timeout remaining. So 22 seconds, you're down 5 with a timeout. I mean, I do think it doesn't have to be a 3. I think you want something going to the rim.
You get these points quick, you can...
Yeah, you get the quick points and
foul.
Call a timeout and then set that press up again.
Yeah, which worked so well. And Deuce Mason getting a breather. You could always go back to him if they go in the press.
Got to go quick, though. Kobe Gibbs missed the layup, got his own. Shot is blocked. Jump ball is going to go to Trinity, but it's only 6 seconds left. And you really needed a quicker bucket. It's not, I would say it's not mathematically over if you score quick.
But it's looking
call a
pretty
timeout
good.
instead of that press, but it has to be really quick.
Yeah.
And actually, well, okay, yeah. So it is Trinity ball.
More confusion there.
Well, Stab guy was like, I'll throw it in. You're not going to get it. Got to go. And it's knocked away, and that should just about do it. And St. Anne's Belfield comes into Estes Athletic Center and pulls off the road victory. Final score, St. Anne's 70, Trinity Episcopal 65. This game had a lot of runs. Stab got out to a 12-point first-half lead. Titans made a run of their own and led by 6 points in the third quarter. But the fourth quarter was really all St. Anne's, and they start the Prep League season 1-0. They moved to 6-7 on the season. Titans dropped to 4-5, 0-1 in the league, and the Titans have a quick turnaround with a trip to Cape Henry Collegiate tomorrow. These Titans have to dust off and head down to Virginia Beach to play Cape Henry. So, Sean, final thoughts from you?
You know, this game was back and forth all night, and it was the little things that really hurt this Trinity team. You know, hustling early. You know, gave Stab a pretty big lead early on. You know, almost up to 12, 14 at certain points in the game, and you know, coming back, lots of swings, and they just let it get away from them. Stab going on a 12-0 run at one point, which was just too much to handle.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good analysis. And I think, to me, this game encapsulates the potential that this Trinity team has, because when they, in the late second and most of the third quarter, played great basketball, you saw how capable and talented this team can be. But it also showed the downside of having
so many young
guys and not just any seniors getting minutes. And so it was
just those rookie mistakes like we called them previously, you know, Jackson Rutley bumbling the ball over there, which turned into points, but still can't have things like that. Miss passes that go away, fouls that just are unnecessary, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be a lot to take from this game. But credit to you, Sean. You did a great job on your first broadcast, so glad you've been learning some things in the sports media class, and hopefully you and I will be able to do some more of these basketball games as the season progresses. Our next TESPN broadcast will be girls basketball as the Titans host Miller School on Friday night. I believe that's a 5:30 tip. And then our next boys basketball broadcast will be a week from tonight, next Tuesday, 6 o'clock tip against Woodbury Forest, who is currently undefeated.
And also in the Prep League.
8-0 and a big Prep League game as well. So, but yeah, Titans go to Cape Henry tomorrow. We'll be here for broadcast on Friday for girls, next Tuesday for boys, and lots more basketball to go here this winter. Thanks so much for joining us.